I will spew thee out of my mouth. And he will spew it when people reject people who has this condition, or churches that have this condition. Then he went on to tell us, because thou sayest, I am rich and increased with goods, and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched, miserable, poor, blind, and naked. He said, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous therefore, and repent. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him, and will sup with him, and he with me. To him that overcometh, so we have to overcome the condition. To him that overcometh, will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcome and I sat down with my Father in his throne. Then he tells us, if you have an ear to hear, hear what the Spirit says. So some people don't have an ear, they're not listening to what the Spirit is saying, considering this recent condition. So as I said, we had a very intense verse by verse exegesis of all this condition. So I'll just give a summary so that you pick up with us as to what it is we said. We spoke about the fact that Jesus said they are neither cold nor hot. In the Bible, to be cold means to be unconverted. Hot in the Bible means to be converted. How do you have this in Vietnam where you're not cold, but at the same time you're not hot? And he calls it lukewarm. We came to understand that the problem of the Laodicean condition is that they're really unconverted, they are really cold, but they are claiming that they are hot, or claiming that they are Christians, or claiming that they are converted. And we came to understand that the lukewarm condition is really unconversion in a form of Christianity. The Bible calls it having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. The lukewarm condition is a profession of faith when people are not converted. So that is why they are not in the word in terms of going to church, but at the same time they are not converted because in fact they have religion. So lukewarmness, as we have discussed in our study, it is having a form of godliness. It is a profession of faith, not a possession of faith. So what we have also seen here, that there is an attitude that goes with the lukewarmness. It is one where the lukewarm condition, it consists where Christians who are making profession of faith, they are saying that they are rich. They are saying that they increase with goods and have need of nothing. And in our discussion from past, we saw Ellen White explain that this condition is a condition of pride. It is a condition of arrogancy, spiritual pride, spiritual arrogancy, and a case where the condition tells you you don't need anything. She said it is pride that causes us not to have feel the need of a savior. Whenever a person doesn't feel the need for a savior, it is pride. So the condition of Laodicea is a condition where the attitude is self-sufficiency. They feel that they are all right. They are blind. They can't see their condition. They claim that they are rich. They claim that they have faith because in the Bible, the richest commodity we saw is faith. And so they say, we are okay. We need nothing. That is a very dangerous condition. And then the worst part about it, the condition is hiding under the fact that Jesus himself, the true witness, is saying to us, he said, they are wretched, they are miserable, they are poor, they are blind, they are naked. So whenever a person cannot see themselves, it is the most difficult person to help. If a man who he's a drunkard, they will help him. A man who he's a coke addict and he wants to help him understand that he's in a better position to get help. But when a person does not acknowledge and see their condition and they think that they are okay, it is self-deception. It is the hardest to get help. And so this is a very dangerous condition, and Jesus does not like this condition. Then he said, he comes in by gold tried in fire. And we saw that the gold tried in fire is what they call love. The gold is really, so the gold here is faith, so faith that goes by love. them to have, they need to have white raiment. The white raiment we saw is the righteousness of Jesus Christ. And he also said that Laodicea means Isa, which is spiritual discernment to determine what is right and what is not right. So that they will be able to escape the temptations and to discern how Satan comes with the snares and the traps to get those people. So, as I said here, so Jesus presented us the problem in Revelation 3:14. Now you can follow me. Now this is as I said in my prayer, I said we have two witnesses. We have what the Bible says about the condition which we just read, but we also have the prophetess, which is Ellen G. White. She is telling us and she's going to confirm what Jesus said. So I said here, Ellen White states concerning this Laodicean condition the following. Testimony Volume 1, page 186, she said, I was shown that the testimony to the Laodiceans applied to God's people at this present time. Now, what people is she speaking about? What people? In my previous study, I said the Laodicean condition, it is not limited to 7 Adventists only, because we live in the time of Laodicea. It is the last church age. We have 7 church ages in history, according to Revelation chapter 2. We will talk about it. But the final church age is the Laodicean condition. And this condition, which I just explained, with pride and self-sufficiency, and people feel that they have need of nothing, and that they can't correct them, and all that thing is summed up in it. It takes into consideration all the churches, because it is a church age. So if you go to any other Pentecostal evangelical church, you will still be the problem of the Laodicean condition. It is a condition that affects all the churches in this time. But particularly because, as Sister William had discussion talk about the remnant church, God's people, 7 Adventists that was born in 1844, they fell into that condition. And we are 7 Adventists. And so that condition that Jesus talked about, particularly because of the fact that the 7 Adventist church was raised up by God to finish the final message, they find themselves in that condition. And we have to pay attention to it. So she said, and she's speaking to 7 Adventist prophetess to the remnant church, she said, I was shown that the testimony to the Laodiceans applied to God's people at the present time. So Ellen White and Jesus himself, they are saying that this testimony that Jesus pointed out is applied to God's people at the present time. So we have to understand the 7 Adventist church worldwide. And I made it and I showed that sometimes a lot of independent churches, because they leave the conference, they figure that this testimony does not apply to them. She said it applies to God's people, all God's people, all 7 Adventists. If you're in the conference churches, it applies to them. If you're in whatever churches, it applies to them. We are called the parents of the wish, it applies to us, because it is a condition in the age of the Laodicea. Now, what we have seen last time, we saw the first application of this condition was in the year 1852, 8 years after the birth of the 7 Adventist church. And for our visitors who are not familiar with what we have said before, we established that the first time Sister White called the 7 Adventists applied the lukewarm condition to the 7 Adventist church. The first time in her writings it was done or said in the year 1852. We have done a whole series of the progress as to when this condition came. This means to say it was 8 years after the Adventist movement started referring to that condition. This is something we have to think about. 8 years, the church was raised in 1844. And the Sister White was saying by 1852, she was shown that the testimony to the Laodicean applied to God's people at the present time. Brethren, if you look at 1844 to 2024, we said it was 100 and then it was 84 years. You remember what I said? 174, 84. since worse, there are a lot of things that it is. We have a lot of apostles that was telling me to come to concert with Little Kim or whatever the guy name was, I didn't follow that. But as far as I know, he's a rapper. Seven Adventists have those things in the churches. They're inviting people to come to celebration worship. It's a lot of apostasy going on. Seven Adventists is taking the vaccine, and we have a health message, and we are not supposed to be in that. Seven Adventists is in the World Council of Churches. Well, my husband here, for those of you who don't know, you can get access where there are churches in California. Seven Adventists have Sodomite churches. Do you know that? You all are familiar with that, brothers? You all are familiar with that? They have sodomy where the conference accept them. You have men with men in churches, and the general conference allow these people to come into their churches and sing songs. Are you serious? Same-sex ministers. So in any right place it wasn't so. The 1800 sodomy was looked upon from. Now it is acceptable. You have sodomite pastors. So what I'm saying then, from 1852, the church fell into this condition, and the fall of man is a progressive fall. The longer Christ stayed about, the more fall they will see. They might have wickedness in the church. They might have what kind of, the ancient Israel in the days of Samuel, they have sexual sins done in the temple. You remember that? Very iniquity. So we are saying then that it is almost 180 years and Christ has not come. This is supposed to make us uncomfortable. We are not supposed to sit up with a comfort and say, oh, okay, there's a fixed prophecy that Christ will come and keep them. No, it is us who keep them backwards from Christ will come. So this is what I'm saying. This condition, and we're speaking in context to Adventists, we have to deal with this condition. This is the problem of saying Adventists. Yes, sir. Amen. Oh, okay. Yes, yes. And you're always welcome to God. Yes, yes, we're happy to have you all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But we give you that education to come. Instead of giving us. Instead of doing that, you get to see so you can come. Thanks for coming. But nice and good. Right. So, yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yes. So true. So I said here, it has been since that time, from 1852, because that is the first time she applied the testament to the Laodiceans in the year 1852. It is particularly 172 years after. But if you check it from 1844, it is 180 years. Brethren, Jesus was not supposed to stay so long to come. You know why? Because in Revelation chapter 10, we have the prophecy of Revelation 10, when the Bible said that an angel put his feet upon the land and the sea, and he said, there should be time no longer. The 2300 days led us to the year 1844, where there should be time no longer. And to my shocking on mine was when Brother West quoted a quotation to me, and I think he said sometime recently, where Sister White said, after 1844, in a months, Brother West, few months, Jesus will come. When I saw that quotation, I shivered. It had me uncomfortable. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. You're not supposed to sit down and say, well, then he will come. She is saying from 1844, a few months after Jesus was supposed to come. Do you understand that what it means?
That would mean twice she made that proclamation.
Twice. And the next time she said was in 1888. She said after 1888, it means by 1898 Jesus was to come. But it be 180 years. But they understand what they're saying. I can't say this enough. I feel frightened. I tremble in my bones because Jesus should have come. So you're looking like from since 1852, we are from that time when she applied the message to the Laodicea, she is saying that, or we are seeing 172, a continual progression of the Laodicean condition up to our present time, whereby this condition has gotten more worse and is still one way. They are adopting new things to keep getting worse and worse. Are you growing or you dying? You watch the trees out there. If you see have a lot of things in it, they're growing badly. If you see the leaves cut up, it's growing. Nothing is stopping. So we are seeing that Seventh Adventist is in a terrible condition. We saw in our past study that not only is there a Laodicean condition, but this is an age of Laodicea, whereby all the churches of today of Christendom has the same moral condition. So don't think it's just Adventist. Okay, nice having you. Yeah, thank you very much. So if you go to Pentecostal churches, you're going to see party, dressing, affecting, all kind of crazy things, right? So it is an age of lukewarmness. This condition is summarized as the condition of lukewarmness, whereby the churches and the cold will not come. So really, they're really unconverted, they're really cold, but at the same time, they have a form of godliness. They do ritual stuff, they talk religious things, they do religious operation, they give tithe, they do distribution of tracts, but they are not converted. And that is a dangerous condition because that condition makes you not see yourself. It makes you feel secure in wrong. Understand this now? It is a dangerous condition. This, when properly understood, is unconverted people who have a form of godliness but deny the power of the gospel thereof. The Bible says, from such you must turn away. This is in essence just a mere profession, but not the possession of faith. So there's a difference between profession. I can say I'm a Christian, but doesn't mean I really have Christ. I must have the possession of Christ, not the profession of Christ. Because some people, they talk Christianity, and when you meet them, they see rottenness of character. We have read it before, this is the right say, God will rip off all these, strip all the so-called righteousness, and lay bare the rottenness and the defilement beneath. So it shows clearly, profession is not enough. You must have the possession. Christ must really be in the heart. As Seventh Adventists, this condition is not limited to the general conference churches as many think, but it is applicable to all Seventh Adventists everywhere, even if they are associated with self-supporting or independent movements or ministry. Lukewarmness is a condition. Hear me again. Lukewarmness is a condition, not a geographical location or a specific organization. In this, Sister White confirms it is really a condition when she says the following. So I'm saying, look, Sister White says it's a condition. She said here, the church is in the Laodicean, did she say geographical location? What did she say? What should I go on? The church is in the Laodicean condition.
Which
So
church?
she's saying that, right?
Which church?
Seven Adventists all over the world.
That's the point.
Seven Adventists generally all over the world. So you can be inside of the general conference. If you have this condition, this will be here. You could be sitting right here. You could be always in the beach. If you have that condition, you still is in the condition. It is a condition. It's not where you are. And as I said, we should not feel safe because we're not under the general conference. And yes, because they do a lot of wrong things. And yes, they may have to move from being under the umbrella because in the fountain of the waters, they do the whole street get dirty. And if they give them muddy water, they say they drink it, they don't drink the muddy water. and you obviously will try to drink clean water. But at the same time, we must be concerned the condition, our attitude of lukewarmness, an attitude of pride, an attitude of self-sufficiency, an attitude that does not want correction, and feel that we are okay. That is our danger. And we have to recognize, as a people of God, we must have humility. So that God can talk to us. So she said here, the church is in the Laodicean condition. The presence of Christ is not in her midst. Taken from the book called Notebook to the Left, page 99. Here she described the nature of the condition. So it's a condition. So I put one quotation to show what comprises the condition. She said, they have joined, that is the Louisiana, general. They have joined with the selfish and world-loving pride. You see what she coming up to? You see that attitude of pride, Brenda? It will kill all of us because pride went before the structure and a Holy Spirit before a fall. And the great God of heaven, who dwelleth in eternity, he dwelleth with him and have a lowly and a contrite spirit. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. We have to have a meek and lowly spirit. Remember Jesus talking about that? The greatest pride you can, the greatest joy, the greatest treasure you can have. You see the spirit of meekness? The meek will inherit the earth. He's telling us it. We have to learn to have humility. But you see this pride, where people say that we can't talk to him. I tell people, I say, if you hear somebody come and they tell you something that's not true, and they be buffeted for your fault, you have nothing to do to take it well. Take it well. Search yourself, do an internal examination. Check yourself. And even if they think it is so, you have nothing to lose to assess and say, Lord, let me research myself. And make sure it is, even if you think it is not there, make sure you keep that attitude out of the character. Yes?
I just want to contribute that scripture to it because we have a common chapter 4.
Right.
And it says, Behold, his son, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Behold, his soul that is not lifted up.
Let me read it again.
Yeah,
Behold, his soul
that
which is lifted up
oh, yes, yes.
is not upright in him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the just shall live by his faith.
Exactly. Showing that God hates pride.
Yeah.
He says that God hates pride. Problem. Right? So she said here, they have joined with the selfish and were loving pride, the love of pleasure, and sin has been cherished, and Christ has departed. So Christ is not in a congregation, organization, or a church and having it with himself. That's why if you observe, he's outside trying to get in. So the condition, meaning says Seventh Adventist is in danger of having formality, going to church, doing religious things, make a profession, and Christ is not here. So what are they doing? Righteousness is my works. Could you be saved by righteousness is my works? By the works of the law shall no flesh be justified by their works. But it should be faith of Jesus Christ. A man is not justified by works, he goes to the boast and say, I do it. And will tell God, I don't need you, no, I can do it. I obey, no, you get me to heaven. So it shows you clear that Christ is not among churches, congregations, whatever it is, even us individually. If we have the Laodicean condition, Christ is not in us. Let's narrow it down now. She said, his spirit has departed. So many Adventists fail to understand. Generally, I'm speaking, I'm not bashing the conference, I'm not trying to bash the conference and justify other independent movement. Seventh-day Adventists have to recognize if we have the condition individually, Christ is not in us. And if all of us here have this condition, then Christ is not here. So this is the point we're looking at. His spirit has been quenched in the church. So then we have to ask ourselves, why are we here 180 years? Where the Holy Spirit? He's quenched. You all understanding what she's saying here? The spirit has been quenched among Adventists as a whole. I'm not saying every Adventist person, and I'm not saying there's no Adventists who have the Holy Spirit. I'm generalizing to say that as a movement, we should have finished the work since 1844, as a movement, as a remnant church, Jesus is facing. And the majority of us is going to have to face. And you and I have to check ourselves. This study was meant for us to examine yourself, whether in faith, because we have to be aware of the sickness of the Laodicea, the attitude of self-sufficiency. I can't stress this enough. The attitude of not taking correction, not liking correction, and the attitude of pride and arrogancy, and feel that you're okay and not seeing on what your condition. This is a very dangerous thing. That's why Jesus rather us to be bold. Because you might be working, you have no profession, you know you're not serving Christ. Christ could go to that and say, brother, look at your condition. But when this condition is dressed up in garbs of righteousness and righteousness, even doing good works, we talk about it, ethics, nice mannerism, we talk about it, and yet the character is right. You see how dangerous this condition is? So don't feel comfortable. None of us will feel comfortable. We have to constantly, day by day, ask God for repentance. Day by day, moment by moment, putting away sin, cleansing ourselves from all filthiness and all ungodliness before God. That is how we have to live, everyday repentance. It means it must take time when the day is finished to reflect. Live one day at a time. When you go through today and the day is set and the sun set, reflect. See how you relate to your children, how you relate to your husband, how you relate to your wife, how you relate to your friends and your family. And look back and see, when you see the wrong, be determined to correct it. Because in heaven, there will be no sinful person going into heaven. None of us. And worse yet, as we live in the time of the latter rain, Sister White said, the latter rain will not fall upon anybody who has been sinning in God. So you see how dangerous this is? We have to pay attention. We have to recognize why are we here? It's you and I keeping my price. Look, I am keeping my price. Brother Troy, you keeping my price. Sister Aline, you keeping my price. All of us get it. We keeping my price. And we individually have to build our character. And we must individually encourage and help each other to build character. So you don't just you can't just say yourself. You might see Brother Troy have a thought. Go and talk to him privately. And when I talk to him, he should say, Sister Debbie, thank you, help me, pray with me. I'm not seeing it. Show me how to deal with it. If you see a fault, he's supposed to be able to come and say, Sister Debbie, I saw this fault of what you do. And we talk about it. Okay, brother, thanks for showing me. Pray for me. If we will do that, we will help ourselves and we will help each other. So she said here now, the Spirit of God has been quenched in the church. So you think because the Spirit of God quenched in the church, everything is all right? No. Who is going to come and work in the churches? She said, Satan works side by side with professed Christians. Yet they are so destitute of spiritual discernment. The same Isaiah we need to see, they cannot detect it. You understand what we're saying here? So that is what is seen among 700. It's a seeing apostasy because Satan is working within or among 700. I said here, we saw that this condition comprises of pride, spiritual arrogance, and self-sufficiency in the mindset of the people. There is a people who feel, this is a people who feel no need for the Savior, hence they see no need for correction. But when it comes to the morality of their condition, they are void of the righteousness of Christ, hence they are naked. So Jesus said, Laodicea is naked. Naked means they are void of the righteousness of Christ. He said they are poor, spiritually poor, hence no richness of the faith of Jesus Christ. Because we talked last time, we did a study, that the richness that God wants us to have, the purely poverty is faith. The faith is gold. Gold is richness. And we saw that they have no eyesight, hence blindness, and no spiritual discernment. And when you don't have spiritual discernment, and Satan put them traps, trust me, you're going to fall in it. It is spiritual discernment, having the righteousness of Christ, the faith of Jesus Christ. It is what is going to give you discernment. You know, brother, I tell people that's a strange thing. And I judge people, and I use righteous judgment. You know how I judge people? When I see they have no discernment, and they're making mistakes that they should see, I know righteousness by faith is not within their heart. Because Jesus said they need to have righteousness of Christ so that they will be naked. They need to have the faith of Jesus Christ so that they will be poor, and they will say, I serve. Why did he name I serve? Because the righteousness of Christ, the faith of Jesus, must give it discernment. What made Jesus not sin and fall into the traps when the Pharisees came many times to trap him and that was it? It is because he had faith discernment, because he worked out the science of salvation through faith and the righteousness of God that was in him as a human person. So I often, when I look at people and I see no discernment, and I see they choose it, you see, they're not choosing the companions. I say, but Jesus Christ will show them that man that is for you. And you like a woman, and you want to marry her, and we could see the person character as well, and you want to marry the person, and you have Christ. And I ask myself, why would God allow you to fall into that trap? And other people who have faith to see whether that boy in the faith, or sister, um, um, sister, that man is not deceived, and people can see and you can't see. It means to say the righteousness by faith is not in character property. It is a threefold thing. Righteousness, faith, discernment. If you have righteousness, do you not have faith, brethren? Because righteousness come by faith. So if you have faith, then you have to have righteousness. Brethren, answer. Right. And if you have faith, if you have righteousness, you don't have faith. How can you have righteousness, have faith, but you don't have discernment? You understand what I'm saying? You want to agree with what I just said? It's a package. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I just want to say to you that sometimes you may be in the truth, your heart is in the faith.
Sometimes we as human beings, we accept the truth, we are living it, but you know what happens? The main problem is that we don't form habits of being righteous. We don't form habits that keep righteousness in us. It's not just good to know it and do it sometimes. It must be habitual in us. When we do that, we will always have ourselves, to be in the place that we want to be. If we don't form habits of righteousness, some point in time or the other, we're going to fall off. The devil is going to bring the temptation to us, and we're going to fall off. So we have to have habits of studying the Bible to some people this of righteousness and it goes for because I have to that I need to get right.
Yes. Um, many theologians identify we could get theologians and the man of God should be perfect. That we can become perfect. It is not being disseminated in this video. It's the absence of the correct doctrine of the righteousness by faith or justification by faith. It is in the Laodicean condition is the righteousness of Christ, which is given by the faith of Jesus. Righteousness by faith is the solution. Because righteousness by faith, that's how you are justified by faith. You are sanctified by faith. And faith gives us righteousness. And righteousness gives us faith. It goes together. This is the situation. So it means to say that, as I said, the problem of the Seventh Adventist Church is the absence of the correct doctrine. Hear what I said, of righteousness by faith or justification by faith. It is not known, it is not preached, it is not taught. What does this mean? More so, this article of which constitutes the righteousness of Christ and the article which constitutes not known among ministers neither by the people. Who I said was ministers. So if righteousness by faith as a doctrine or the article of the doctrine of justification by faith or righteousness by faith is the solution to the Adventist condition, then why is that so? Because it is not known. The ministers don't teach it. The ministers don't preach it. Sister White said most of the ministers not converted. And when the ministers is not converted, the church generally, not saying it can't, generally the church doesn't rise higher than ministers, except you make a personal effort to learn Christ for yourself. Except you learn the doctrine of the individuality in religion, which A.T. Jones said, the greatest truth ever taught is individuality in religion. You learn to be under the control of Christ, where Christ is in your heart. You learn not to submit to men. You don't learn to submit to church boards. You don't follow policies of general comfort. You submit yourself to Jesus Christ. Then you will escape the condition because you're not going to follow the minister. Because ministers to throw you way off. Didn't Jeremiah say many pastors destroy the flock? And the Bible says many pastors lead them astray. So when you learn to depend upon men, the Bible says, curse is the man that trusts in man. So you will only escape it. But when we speak in generally, the problem is the doctrine is not understood. The doctrine is not taught. A lot of people, and we had a beautiful example, and Sister Martha, no offense, but I'm just using her experience. She got an Adventism all her life. And yet, when the sister hear what is faith, you all see, but she write the faith making her write out so much of poems. Every time she listens to, she comes with a poem because her mind is being revolutionized. She now understands what is faith. If you have faith wrong, how many times have you could live by faith? If you say faith is believing, you could believe how much you want, you will not be living a successful life. You could believe anything. You cannot please God because you believe. Faith is the faith of Jesus Christ. I said it is Jesus' faith. You must have Jesus' faith. Faith is not believing, but you get faith when you believe what he tells you. You have to accept the faith by believing, but your believing is not faith. And a lot of Adventists have these things wrong. You listen to them, they argue, they even use Ellen White writings because they try to use it right to define faith. You have to use the Bible to make a definition. Yes, Sister Light is a prophet, but she said, if anything she said doesn't match the word, then reject her writings. And I'm not saying she's not teaching faith. I'm just saying you have to get the biblical doctrines from the Bible itself. Many know of the righteousness of the law. So I'm showing what is the problem with this. Many know of the righteousness of the law, which is God's righteousness. That is the keeping of the Ten Commandments. Because in Psalms 119, 172, it said, all thy commandments are righteousness. And because the Bible says the commandments is righteousness, a lot of people feel because they keep in Sabbath and they keep in God's Ten Commandments that they are righteous. No, that is God's righteousness. That is just God's righteousness. And a person could say that they go to church, they stay at home, and that's just God's righteousness. I'm not saying it is not important, but there's another righteousness. There is another righteousness. So I said here, many know of the righteousness of the law, which is God's righteousness. That is the keeping of the Ten Commandments, according to Psalms 119, 172, of which the apostle addressed when he spoke about the Jews in his time, that they were ignorant of God's righteousness, which is to have God himself in them, and Christ's righteousness, which they rejected him as the Messiah, and stumbled about him and made him a rock of offense. And I just want to read this particular text here. Let me just read this one here. Let me read Romans. I should have put this text in, but let me just read this one first. In Romans chapter 2, do you know the Bible teaches there are two righteousness? For all of visitors who are here, there are two righteousness. Let's see here in Romans chapter 2. It tells us here. Sorry, Romans chapter 3. It said here, from verse 21, hear what the Apostle Paul said. But now, the righteousness of God without the law is manifested, being witnessed by the law and the prophet, even the righteousness of God, which is by the faith of Jesus Christ, into all, and upon all they which believe, for there is no difference. So Paul is saying, there's a righteousness of God, which is apart. The word here without me, it is apart from the law. So there's a righteousness of the law, keeping on the Ten Commandments, which any man could do. They could say, okay, if I'm men, they're not stealing, they're not lying, they're not killing. Are they righteous? They're not righteous. But it's good to do that, right? It will be extremely good. What did he say because they're not killing? So they may not physically kill, but if they hate, then they are murderer. So the Bible is here, but now the right. So there are two righteousness. And this righteousness is the righteousness of God, which is by faith of Jesus. Do you see the phrase in there? Righteousness by faith. Brethren, let me tell you something. You have to understand the doctrine of righteousness by faith. Martin Luther said, the church is not of that. If you can presumptuous probability because believing or when you be righteous in heaven, you will not be saved. If you have righteousness by faith wrong, doctrinally, it is going to affect your character because you will live what you believe. They will tell, that's why Adventists say, we can't overcome sin only when Jesus comes. And you see us, when Jesus comes, you know what it meant? He already leave the sanctuary, he blot on sin, he will say, he that is filthy, let him remain filthy still. He that is righteous, let him remain righteous still. You have, when he comes with his reward. We have to face him in judgment. And we must be able to face his searching eyes with no sin in us. So it shows you, if you have done wrong, and you just hear it, when you hear Adventists talking, they tell you, brother, you can't overcome sin. They tell you, once you have sinful flesh, you can't overcome sin. And a sister, right? Sister will say, they believe Christ is coming sinful flesh. He has holy flesh. So he's different. And they excuse it. All these doctrines, brother. Two things you must be careful. You must have the doctrine or your theological position right. But you must have that doctrine right so that you can have the right experience. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble. And here the Bible is talking about. The problem with the Jews is that the Jews had the righteousness of the law, but they did not have the righteousness of God. I want us to look at it here in Romans chapter 10. And you know, 10, 1 to 4. You know what is the problem with this? The same problem like the Jews. Watch it here. Romans chapter 10, verse 1 to 4. It tells us, here the Apostle Paul, and this should be our prayer too. He said, brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel, and let's read it as we are Israel today, is that they might be saved. So he was concerned, Israel, who was given the law, the oracles were given to the children of Israel. Moses said, what people have so great a law, and said, have God so close to them. They had that great law above all the other Canaanite religions. And yet, the Apostle Paul was frightened that they will be saved. How is that possible? Why? They were keeping the Ten Commandments. Right? The same they were the same condition. Because they were trying to kill Jesus. While they keep him Sabbath, they plotting to kill Jesus, which is a great law. The same thou shalt not kill. He said here, For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God. So zeal is not righteousness, but you have to have a zeal, right? But not according to knowledge. For they, being ignorant, watch it, they did not know about God's righteousness. Because that righteousness comes in faith. That the Bible is saying they didn't understand righteousness by faith, even way back in ancient Israel. And that has been the problem. That is the problem in every church. That is the problem in all of Christendom. That was the problem in the Catholic Church. That's why when we came with the doctrine of justification by faith, that caused a beautiful reformation to come in history. The doctrine is so powerful because the doctrine put Christ in your hand, and the doctrine makes us deal with sin. Yes, Lord.
I have a few minutes for you. I want to ask a question.
Yeah, ask me a question.
Everybody, and I know it's gonna cause a little trouble, right?
Right. I'm sorry, right?
I know you're summarizing, but it says need to get clear, especially all of us skip for their life. So you have the righteousness of the law, right? Right.
Before you can choose it, that's it.
You know, it's not right. Right.
I bear them record that they have a sin of God, but not according to knowledge. I'm mostly following that whole faith. Faith is knowledge. Because that righteousness by the works of the law. And by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. If you try to do the works of the law by yourself, you will not be saved. It is Jesus' faith, the righteousness of God's 10 commandments. He said here, for they being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, that is God's righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God. For Christ is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believes. So the problem of the Jews, they went about establishing their own righteousness. They didn't understand God's righteousness because you know why? Because Christ is the end. The word end here means telos, it means the goal. Jesus is the goal of the law. Let me go show you. They said they pointed to Christ to get righteousness and they rejected Christ. So when they reject Christ, how in heaven saying they will get God's righteousness? Let me just, for the rest, I'm just going to quote one text to quote the closer and then they answer the question and then we can pick back up. I know what time is. Let me just settle this point. What the Bible showed the righteousness of God is not known. And that is the problem. And this is what Seventh Adventists have. Seventh Adventists have God's righteousness. That's why they just go to church and keep in Sabbath and so good. And as soon as Sabbath finished, they go into sin, they go to a party, they go to a fete, because they only comply themselves to the God's righteousness, which is not the righteousness that can help you. It is important to keep God's law, but you must keep God's law by faith. Look at what Daniel puts it here. Daniel chapter 9 verse 7, and then I'll let you say this point because I've gone into my time. Daniel chapter 9 verse 7. Here is the righteousness that we have to have. Hear what Daniel said. Daniel chapter 9 verse 7. He said, O Lord, or O Yahweh, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces, as at this day to the men of Judah, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and to all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the countries where thou hast driven them, because of their trespass that they have trespassed against thee. So here the Bible tells us clear, O Lord, O Yahweh, righteousness belongs unto thee. So the righteousness of the law is apart from the righteousness of God. And if you don't have that righteousness of God, the righteousness of God is God himself. But the Bible tells you, if you don't have the righteousness of God, it means God is not in you. All you have is God's righteousness. And by the deeds of the law, by your own self, you will not be justified. So the righteousness of God, which is God Himself, is given to us through the faith of Jesus Christ. Righteousness by faith is the solution to our problem, to cure the living sin condition. So the rest, you can ask your question, and then I'll have to pick back up. I was hoping to summarize this study.
No, continue next week.
I hope I'm not going to answer this. Because every time I try to summarize, I thought, yeah, I'm going to summarize because I have another study to do. And you see, I think about it. So y'all will be able to
One statement before they are ready.
okay, I was hoping I could have this. Okay, this is my study today. Very good. Yeah, but I put the rest of that to people who want to answer. That's good.
Yeah. So question. Since the righteousness of God, right? Since the righteousness of God, brethren, is not just the works of the law. It is righteous, eh? And that one the Jews ought to do. But that can't give you the righteousness of God, which is of faith. The righteousness of God, which is of faith. Could you separate that right? Could you separate that righteousness from faith? Like, okay, you have God's righteousness and you have faith. Some people say the righteousness of God is God's divine nature, the spiritual law, and you have faith. Could it be separated?
Somebody saying that?
Yeah, the righteousness of God, you have the spiritual law as God's righteousness, and you have faith. Is it separated or is it one thing? When Paul speaks about the righteousness of God through the faith of Jesus Christ, is Paul saying God's righteousness is something separate from the faith of Christ, or is he speaking in one connection?
Who wants to answer that? Okay. I'm in the 18.
Well, in the question, I don't know.
So, yeah, answer.
I know our righteousness of God.
Yeah.
Is it separate from faith?
Yeah. Is it separate from the faith of Jesus?
Okay. I understand. Correct.
No, I ain't not me to correct you. The Spirit will correct
The
you.
righteousness of God is God Himself.
Yes.
And faith now is the word of God in truth. The mighty word came in flesh. In the beginning was the word, and the word was God. And that word was God. But the word now came as a man, which is who dwelt among us, which is God. So the righteousness of God, I would think the same.
Is it what?
Is the same.
Is it safe? Anybody else disagree with that?
The faith there is the word of God, which is the truth.
So you're saying it is not a difference? That was
And God now is the word Himself, because He was made flesh and dwelt among us.
Okay, anybody agree? Do you agree with that or do you disagree? Come on, Randy, do you agree with what this sister said? Yes or no?
In my mind, because the faith
But
there,
do you agree with her? Sister Cynthia, do you agree with her? Brother Noel, do you agree with her? Right, got it? Okay, Brother Etienne, going to contend now? Let's hear now. Yeah. Amen. Amen. Yes, sir. Yes. Amen. Yes. Amen. Oh, sure. Right. To communicate. Amen.
So feels like it looks like people. But without being or righteousness, you will not have to be more
Amen. Very good. Right?
Yeah,
Right? So we can always pick it back up.
yeah.
But let's see what we said because I'm
Yeah, close up.
right. So right.
Think about
Yeah,
it.
because it's yeah. So what we say, what he was asking, Ali said because John 1 said at the beginning was the word, revelation of God. The word was pointing towards the word, and the word was God. So the word itself means the very word itself. God, the revelation of God is God himself. That's another way to say it. Right? So right. So let me just so this topic is let me just say this shows it is the same problem today with seven churches. They are ignorant like ancient Israel. The problem of not having a correct doctrine of righteousness by faith and also not really experiencing the efficacy of this article of the righteousness and faith working in the heart or life in living the victorious sinfulness that is possible through this doctrine. So the problem that Israel had is the same problem that Adventists. They only have righteousness by faith. They don't have righteousness by faith. Hence they're naked because they don't have the righteousness of Christ. They have no faith because they are poor spiritually. So it shows us that it is the same problem that we are facing because we don't have righteousness by faith. So Brennan, I have to stop like we said, next week I'll continue the study. And let me just say this too. The last Sabbath in this month, we will not be here.